Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I really appreciate you. I want you to know that my team and I work hard for you every single day to try and give you some semblance of normalcy during these bizarre times that we live in. My name is Dr. Chhoda with Ignition Time. That's the name of our channel. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. I'll give you the latest status of the stimulus negotiations, and these are brand new comments from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And I think these comments give us some new information and also reinforce the Democrats' position. Let me start by sharing something that was reported by John Bresnahan, who's the Congressional Bureau Chief for Politico. And on your screen, you'll see a tweet from John Bresnahan. And Speaker Pelosi, when asked to provide an update on the stimulus relief talks, said, I quote, "A fly on the wall or whatever else it might land in the Oval Office tells me that the president only wants his name on a check to go out before election day and for the market to go up." So this is telling us that Speaker Pelosi and the Democrats think that for the president, this is all about putting his name on a check so that he can have individuals, he can increase his chances for re-election. This is the position of House Speaker Pelosi, and this is unfortunate. Again, this is reported by John Bresnahan from Politico, and that is the Speaker's position. In other news, House Speaker Pelosi did indeed send out a letter outlining the Democrats' latest position pertaining to the stimulus relief bill. And essentially, I'm actually going to go ahead and read out the letter to you, and then I'll give you my analysis towards the end. So please make sure you wait for my analysis towards the end. But first, I want to make sure I quote the speaker word for word so you understand exactly what her position is. Before I do that, you'll get a link in the description section below to all our sources. Also, if you learn something new from this video, please consider gently tapping that like button. I want you to ignite that like button. Also, please subscribe and enable notifications so you get instant updates from our channel going forward. That is your vote of confidence in me and my team and all the work that goes into this channel. So let's just jump right in. This is what Speaker Pelosi said in a letter that just went out to other Democrats. Dear Democratic colleague, as you know, last week the president suspended negotiations that had been proceeding on our HEROES Act. As you further know, following his tweet, the stock market went down, and so did he in the polls. Now, this is interesting because, again, I've mentioned this before. This is about politics and opportunity for both sides, and Speaker Pelosi is essentially, you couldn't be clearer than that with these words. Subsequently, Secretary Mnuchin came back on the negotiating table, and this weekend, the administration issued a proposal that amounted to one step forward, two steps back. In fact, in some instances, it makes matters worse. So we haven't heard Speaker Pelosi say that before, but for the Speaker to say that it makes matters worse is indeed an interesting comment. A fly on the wall or whatever else it might land in the Oval Office tells me that the president only wants his name on a check to go out before election day and for the market to go up. Now, I want to be clear, the stock market has essentially rebounded, and it's bounced back really strong. And for the president, the stock market and jobs are very important. So, I've mentioned that before. The American people want us to have an agreement to protect lives, livelihood, and the life of our American democracy. Democrats are determined to do so. Now, the next line is interesting. The president's attitude is shameful when the need for immediate and meaningful action could not have been more urgent. Over 215,000 Americans have died, nearly 7.8 million have become infected, and millions more are still without jobs or income security and therefore struggling to make rent and put food on the table. Tragically, the Trump proposal falls significantly short of what this pandemic and deep recession demand. After the administration finally sent its proposal over the weekend, the chairs of the committees of the jurisdiction released statements expressing their concerns about the inadequacy of the Trump proposal. And so the speaker goes on to highlight what she believes are some of the inadequacies of the Trump proposal. I will provide you with a link in the description section below so you can read this for yourself. The speaker pointed out comments from state and local government, from Appropriations Chair Nita Lowey, who said that the Trump administration's latest offer shortchanges state and local governments that provide most services Americans depend on. The pandemic is the greatest peacetime challenge our nation has ever faced. We must meet the moment, and that will require Republicans to work in good faith on a meaningful relief package. And the speaker also highlighted comments on testing from Energy and Commerce Chair Frank Pallone, who had comments about this, and also from about working families, comments from Ways and Means Chair Richie Neal. Let me quickly tell you what Energy and Commerce Chair Frank Pallone said. The administration continues to refuse to put a national testing, tracing, and surveillance plan in place. President Trump's plan would also needlessly delay funding to states by requiring states to jump through legislative hoops that are simply unnecessary. So let's be clear, we don't have access to the language of the $1.8 trillion bill. So we're actually seeing responses from officials who have reviewed the language. So these are the responses from officials who have indeed reviewed the language. For me, it doesn't matter whether these officials are Democrat or Republican, whether it's red or blue. I'm giving you the feedback from these officials who have seen the language of the $1.8 trillion bill. I want my viewers and subscribers to understand one thing. If you think this is about supporting President Trump or supporting House Speaker Pelosi, and then, that is not correct. This is about understanding what is best. And I'm sure both sides have valid points. I'm just hoping that they come together. Let me be clear. We don't have access to the language of the $1.8 trillion bill. So for some viewers and subscribers to say, oh, it's all Pelosi's fault because, she's holding it up, or it's President Trump's fault. That is not true. Unless we see the specific language, we don't even know how the money is being allocated. So it's very important for us to just calmly and objectively listen to these individuals, and hopefully the two sides can come together. It doesn't matter to me who takes credit. What matters to me is that this gets done. So this was from Frank Malone, Energy and Commerce Chair Frank Malone. President Trump's plan would also needlessly delay funding to states by requiring states to jump through legislative hoops that are simply unnecessary. It does nothing to address the barriers and needs of communities of color that have been disproportionately impacted by the pandemic. Working families. These are comments from Ways and Means Chair Richie Neal. This approach is a transparent attempt to score political points in the coming weeks, not a plan to ensure those who are struggling can make ends meet. Unbelievable. Democrats expanded the child tax credit and earned income tax credit. Meanwhile, the Trump proposal fails to include either of these expansions, depriving millions of Americans of thousands of dollars in tax benefits while continuing tax benefits for some of the wealthiest in America. Let me repeat once again, for some of my viewers who are going to jump to conclusions and blame one side, try and understand that the mechanics of the proposal is what is being argued right now. Money needs to be spent, and I want individuals to get help. I want my viewers and subscribers to get help, but money should be allocated properly and should be distributed properly. So I think that is the legislative holdup at this point in time. So also Ways and Means Chair Richie Neal said this will continue tax benefits for some of the wealthiest in America. These are comments on rental assistance. So this is very interesting. Financial Services Chair Maxine Walters said, right now an estimated 14 million Americans are at risk of eviction and homelessness, which is why Democrats have persistently pushed to provide robust emergency rental assistance in addition to other life-saving provisions to prevent evictions and foreclosures. So on workers' protection and childcare, Education and Labor Chair Bobby Scott, 7 months into one of the worst public health crises this country has ever experienced, infection rates are rising again, and OSHA still refuses to issue any enforceable workplace safety standards. Their measly offer to increase funding for education stabilization is not enough to help schools reopen safely. Additionally, our childcare system is on the brink of collapse, and their proposal would not even cover half of what's needed. On small business Chair Nydia Velazquez. Unfortunately, the Trump administration's proposal fails to meet the needs of our country's smallest businesses and employees. These businesses are local restaurants, hotels, retailers, entertainment venues, movie theaters, and family-owned and operated bodegas were particularly harmed by the Trump administration's first-come, first-served approach to the Paycheck Protection Program. But the administration is now requesting that Congress consider small business relief alone and in a far more inadequate form. Elections. House Administration Chair Zoe Lofgren. While the president peddles bogus conspiracy theories about voting by mail, his proposal provides no funding for state and local governments to conduct either safe in-person or safe mail-in voting. The pandemic, which the president downplays publicly, has put financial strain on our states and our post office when it comes to this election. Their proposal is a disgrace. Unbelievable. And as far as the census is concerned, Oversight and Reform Chair Caroline Maloney said the administration's latest stimulus proposal, coming after months of dithering since the House passed the HEROES Act to provide essential relief and protections to working families, is inexplicably short-sighted and wildly deficient. Pretty strong words in this letter. I think the Democrats have essentially clearly established that this is not enough and more needs to be done. But this is the first time I've seen such definitive language from so many different individuals on the side of Speaker Pelosi, highlighting these specifics. Presumably because they're facing public pressure about passing the bill. But I want to be clear. We have not seen the 1.8 trillion bill. So this could be about making it tighter, making it stronger, or it could be, depending on which side you're on, this could be a tactic to stall and continue the politics. Honestly, you can comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Also, we'll provide you with the link in the description section below. And if you appreciate this detailed breakdown, this detailed breaking news alert with me breaking it down for you, then all I ask is you please share this video with friends and family. Also, please click the like button. Please gently tap the like button, and also please subscribe and enable notifications. That's your vote of confidence in me and my channel. The administration's actions, and I'm continuing what Oversight and Reform Chair Caroline Maloney said, the administration's actions are directly jeopardizing the Constitution's core requirements for a complete and accurate census. And House Speaker Pelosi then thanks all these different chairs. And she ends by saying, sadly, the serious issues detailed above are not exhaustive of our many outstanding concerns. Significant changes must be made to remedy the Trump proposal's deficiencies. Updates will continue. I remain hopeful that the White House will finally join us to recognize the needs of the American people and take action to address the health and economic crisis in their lives. Thank you for your leadership to save lives, livelihood, and the life of our American democracy for the people. What a letter. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. This was quite a rebuttal to the $1.8 trillion plan from US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin to the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. So that was it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you thought in the comment section below. The references to our sources will be available in the links below. If you learned something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Gently tap the like button, ignite the like button. That's your vote of confidence for me and my efforts. That does help out the YouTube algorithm. I would really appreciate that. All you have to do is to click the like button. Also, if you're not a member of our growing family already, I no longer say community, I say family, please consider clicking the subscribe button, and also please enable notifications so you get instant updates from us going forward. Remember, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. My name is Dr. Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. I really appreciate you watching. You can actually get on our SMS list. All you have to do is get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000, that's 70000, and then you'll get added to SMS alerts list moving forward. You can also get added to our email list. All you have to do is go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. You'll get added to our email list. You can opt out of the SMS or the email list at any point in time. Sometimes YouTube does not send out notifications through the app. So all you have to do is bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's a bookmark youtube.com/ignition time on your desktop, on your browser, and then you'll be able to visit the home page of our channel and you'll be able to watch the videos at any point in time as per your convenience. I really appreciate you watching. Please follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. You'll get exclusive content specifically for our Instagram subscribers. And also please follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is ignition_time. You'll get real-time breaking news alerts from us on Twitter. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching. Please consider clicking like. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications so you can get instant updates from our channel going forward. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time.